Kubernetes Online Training. Introduction to Kubernetes. Kubernetes, often abbreviated as K8s, is an open-source platform designed to automate the deployment, scaling, and management of containerized applications. Imagine you have a complex web application broken down into smaller, containerized parts. Kubernetes helps you orchestrate those containers across a cluster of machines, ensuring they run smoothly and efficiently. Key points about Kubernetes. Manages containerized workloads. Kubernetes is built for the world of containerized applications. It treats containers as the basic unit of deployment and manages their life cycle. Automates deployment and scaling. You define how your application should run, and Kubernetes takes care of deploying it across the cluster, scaling it up or down based on demand, and even restarting failed containers. High availability. Kubernetes ensures your application remains available even if individual machines go down. It can reschedule containers on healthy nodes and implement load balancing to distribute traffic. Declarative configuration. You tell Kubernetes what you want, desired state, and it figures out how to achieve it. This simplifies managing complex deployments. Open source and portable. Kubernetes is an open source project with a large community. It's portable and can run on various cloud platforms or on-premises infrastructure. Kubernetes Architecture Overview. Kubernetes is an open-source container orchestration platform designed to automate the deployment, scaling, and management of containerized applications. Its architecture is built around a set of key components that work together to provide a robust and scalable platform for running containerized workloads. Here's an overview of the Kubernetes architecture. Master node. API server serves as the front end for the Kubernetes control plane. It exposes the Kubernetes API, which allows users to interact with the cluster. Scheduler, responsible for placing containers onto nodes based on resource requirements, hardware-software constraints, and other policies. Controller manager, runs controller processes that regulate the state of the cluster. Examples include the replication controller, endpoint controller, namespace controller, and others. etcd, a distributed key-value store that stores cluster state and configuration data. It's the source of truth for the Kubernetes cluster and helps in maintaining the desired state of the cluster. Worker nodes, minions. Kubelet, an agent that runs on each node and is responsible for communicating with the Kubernetes master. It manages the containers running on the node, ensuring they are healthy and running as expected. Kubeproxy maintains network rules on nodes. It handles routing traffic to the appropriate containers services running on the node. Container runtime, the software responsible for running containers. Docker is a popular choice, but Kubernetes supports other runtimes like Containerd, CRI-O, and others. Pods. The smallest deployable unit in Kubernetes. A pod encapsulates one or more containers, shared storage, and networking. Containers in a pod share the same network namespace, IP address, and port space. Replica sets. Ensures that a specified number of pod replicas are running at any given time. It's part of the replication controller family and helps in scaling applications horizontally. Services. An abstraction that defines a logical set of pods and a policy by which to access them. Services enable networking and load balancing across a set of pods. Volumes. Kubernetes provides various types of volumes that can be mounted into containers. Volumes allow data to persist beyond the life cycle of the pod. Labels and selectors. Labels are key-value pairs attached to objects, like pods, services, etc., that are used to organize and select subsets of objects. Selectors are used to filter and query objects based on their labels. Setting up Kubernetes, installation and configuration. 1. Choose a deployment method. Self-managed, you install and manage Kubernetes yourself. Managed service, use a cloud provider's managed Kubernetes service, example Google Kubernetes Engine, Amazon EKS, Azure Kubernetes Service. 2. Requirements. Ensure that you have a set of machines, physical or virtual, to serve as your Kubernetes nodes. These nodes should meet the minimum system requirements and have network connectivity between them. Choose an operating system. Common choices include Ubuntu, CentOS, or RHEL. 3. Install Docker, if not included in your setup. Docker is the container runtime used by Kubernetes. Install Docker on each node following the instructions specific to your operating system. 4. Install Kubernetes. Self-managed, you can use tools like Kubedma, Kops, or Minikube to set up Kubernetes manually. Managed service, follow the provider's instructions for creating a Kubernetes cluster. 5. Initialize the master node. If you're setting up Kubernetes manually, initialize the master node using Kubedma init. This command will configure the Kubernetes master components. 6. Set up networking. Kubernetes requires a networking solution to allow communication between pods across nodes. Common choices include Flannel, Calico, and Weave. Install and configure the networking solution on your cluster. 7. Join worker nodes. If you have worker nodes, use Kubedma join on each worker node to join them to the cluster. 8. Verify installation. Once the setup is complete, verify that your cluster is running correctly. Use commands like kubectl get nodes to see the status of your nodes. 9. Configure storage and add-ons. Depending on your requirements, configure storage solutions like persistent volumes and persistent volume claims. You can also install additional add-ons like a dashboard, monitoring tools, example Prometheus, Grafana, and logging solutions, example Elasticsearch, Fluentd. 10. Secure your cluster. Implement security best practices such as RBAC, role-based access control, network policies, and TLS encryption for communication within the cluster. 11. Continuous maintenance. Regularly update Kubernetes and its components to the latest stable versions. Monitor the cluster for performance and security issues and scale resources as needed. Services and networking in Kubernetes. Services. Abstraction. A Kubernetes service is an abstraction that defines a logical set of pods and a policy by which to access them. It provides a consistent way to access a set of pods using a single DNS name and an IP address. Types. Cluster IP. exposes the service on a cluster internal IP. This type makes the service only reachable from within the cluster. Node port exposes the service on each node's IP at a static port, node port. This means the service will be accessible from outside the cluster using node IP, node port. Load balancer exposes the service externally using a cloud provider's load balancer. The service will get an external IP. External name maps the service to the contents of the external name field, example foo.bar.example.com, by returning a name record with its value. Selectors services use label selectors to determine which pods will receive traffic. Pods that match the label selector defined in the service will be included in the service. DNS Kubernetes has a built-in DNS solution that allows services to be accessed by their service name. Networking. Pod-to-pod communication. Every pod gets its own IP address, allowing them to communicate with each other directly. Pods can communicate with other pods in the same node without NAT. Network policies. Kubernetes supports network policies that allow you to control traffic between pods and services. This allows you to define rules for which pods can communicate with each other. Ingress. Ingress exposes HTTP and HTTPS routes from outside the cluster to services within the cluster. It can provide load balancing, SSL termination, and name-based virtual hosting. CNI, Container Network Interface. Kubernetes relies on CNI plugins to provide networking capabilities to containers. CNI plugins are responsible for setting up networking for pods, including assigning IP addresses and setting up network routes. Service meshes. Advanced networking features like service mesh, example Istio, Linkerd, can be integrated with Kubernetes to provide additional functionalities such as traffic management, observability, and security. Scaling applications with Kubernetes. Scaling applications with Kubernetes is a popular choice due to its ability to efficiently manage containerized workloads at scale. Here's a high-level overview of how Kubernetes facilitates application scaling. Containerization. Kubernetes operates with containers, such as Docker containers, which package applications and their dependencies together. This approach ensures consistency across different environments and simplifies deployment. Replica sets. Kubernetes uses replica sets to manage identical copies, or replicas, of pods, groups of one or more containers, running in your cluster. You can define the desired number of replicas for each application component. Horizontal Pod Autoscaler HPA automatically adjusts the number of replicas in a replica set based on observed CPU utilization or other custom metrics. As the workload increases, HPA can scale out by adding more replicas, and as the load decreases, it can scale in by removing unnecessary replicas. Vertical Pod Autoscaler VPA adjusts the CPU and memory requests for pods based on historical usage. It helps optimize resource allocation for individual pods, improving efficiency and potentially reducing costs. Cluster Autoscaler dynamically adjusts the size of your Kubernetes cluster by adding or removing nodes based on resource requirements. This ensures that there are enough resources available to meet the demands of your applications. Load balancing. Kubernetes offers built-in load balancing through services. Services distribute incoming traffic among pods within a replica set, ensuring that the workload is evenly distributed and can scale horizontally as needed. Stateful sets. For stateful applications, Kubernetes provides stateful sets, which manage the deployment and scaling of stateful workloads, such as databases. Stateful sets ensure that each replica has a stable network identity and persistent storage. Custom metrics. Kubernetes allows you to define custom metrics for autoscaling based on your specific application requirements. This flexibility enables you to scale your applications based on factors beyond just CPU utilization, such as application-specific metrics or external metrics from monitoring systems. Kubernetes Resource Management, CPU, memory, and storage. Kubernetes Resource Management is crucial for maintaining the stability, performance, and efficiency of your containerized applications. It involves allocating and managing resources such as CPU, memory, and storage effectively across your Kubernetes cluster. Here's a breakdown of each. CPU, Central Processing Unit. CPU is a critical resource for running containerized applications. Kubernetes allows you to specify CPU requests and limits for each container. Requests specify the amount of CPU that a container is guaranteed to receive. Kubernetes will not schedule additional containers on a node if it cannot satisfy the CPU request. Limits specify the maximum amount of CPU that a container can use. If a container exceeds its CPU limit, Kubernetes may throttle the container or even terminate it. Properly configuring CPU requests and limits ensures that your applications have enough resources to run efficiently without overloading the cluster. Memory. Memory is another essential resource for containerized applications. Kubernetes allows you to specify memory requests and limits similar to CPU. Requests specify the amount of memory that a container is guaranteed to have available. Kubernetes will not schedule additional containers on a node if it cannot satisfy the memory request. Limits specify the maximum amount of memory that a container can use. If a container exceeds its memory limit, Kubernetes may terminate the container or take other actions to prevent it from impacting other applications. Proper memory management helps prevent memory-related issues such as out-of-memory errors and ensures that your applications perform optimally. 3. Storage. Storage is essential for persisting data in containerized applications. Kubernetes provides various options for managing storage, including persistent volumes, PVs, and persistent volume claims, PVCs. Persistent volumes, storage resources provisioned by administrators that can be dynamically or statically bound to persistent volume claims. Persistent volume claims, requests for storage made by applications. They specify storage requirements such as access mode, storage class, and size. Kubernetes supports various storage providers and storage classes, allowing you to choose the best storage solution for your application's needs. Properly configuring storage ensures that your applications have reliable access to persistent data and can scale seamlessly as storage requirements change. Security best practices for Kubernetes. Securing Kubernetes requires a comprehensive approach that encompasses various aspects of its architecture, configuration, and deployment. Here are some best practices for securing Kubernetes. Update regularly. Keep Kubernetes, its components, and dependencies up to date to patch vulnerabilities and ensure you have the latest security fixes. Role-based access control. RBAC. Implement RBAC to restrict access to the Kubernetes API and resources based on roles and permissions. Limit privileges to only what is necessary for each user or service account. Network policies. Enforce network policies to control traffic flow between pods and define how pods can communicate with each other and external services. Secure cluster configuration. Ensure that Kubernetes is configured securely from the start. Disable anonymous access, restrict access to sensitive APIs, and minimize the attack surface. Secure image management. Use trusted container images from official repositories or your organization's registry. Scan images for vulnerabilities before deployment, and regularly update base images to include security patches. Pod security policies. PSP. Enforce pod security policies to define the security context for pods, such as the use of privileged containers, host namespaces, and capabilities. Secrets management. Avoid hard-coding sensitive information like passwords and API keys in Kubernetes manifests. Use Kubernetes secrets or external secret management tools to securely manage and distribute secrets to pods. Runtime security. Employ runtime security solutions to detect and prevent threats at runtime, such as anomalous behavior, privilege escalation, and container escapes. Audit logging. Enable audit logging to track API requests and changes to resources within the Kubernetes cluster. Store audit logs securely and regularly review them for suspicious activities. Monitoring and alerting. Implement monitoring and alerting to detect and respond to security incidents promptly. Monitor cluster health, resource utilization, and abnormal behavior of pods and nodes. Secure communications. Encrypt traffic between Kubernetes components and external services using Transport Layer Security (TLS). Use certificates signed by Trusted Certificate Authorities (CAS) to authenticate and secure communication. Multi-tenancy isolation. If running a multi-tenant cluster, implement isolation mechanisms to ensure that tenants' workloads are isolated from each other and can't interfere or access each other's resources. Backup and disaster recovery. Regularly back up critical Kubernetes resources and configurations. Have a disaster recovery plan in place to restore the cluster in case of data loss or a security incident. Security training and awareness. Educate users, developers, and administrators about Kubernetes security best practices, common threats, and how to respond to security incidents effectively. Third-party security tools. Consider using third-party security tools and solutions specifically designed for Kubernetes security, such as vulnerability scanners, intrusion detection systems, IDs, and security information and event management (CM) platforms. Kubernetes ecosystem, tools and utilities. The Kubernetes ecosystem is vast and continuously evolving, offering a plethora of tools and utilities to streamline various aspects of container orchestration, management, and deployment. Here's a broad overview of some key categories and notable tools within the Kubernetes ecosystem. Deployment and orchestration. Kubectl, the command line tool for interacting with Kubernetes clusters. Helm, a package manager for Kubernetes that simplifies the deployment and management of applications. Kustomize, a tool for customizing Kubernetes configurations. Kops, tooling for Kubernetes operations, allowing easy cluster creation, update, and management on AWS. Monitoring and logging. Prometheus, an open-source monitoring and alerting toolkit designed for Kubernetes and cloud-native applications. Grafana, a visualization tool that works seamlessly with Prometheus to create and display dashboards. Elasticsearch, Fluentd, and Kibana, EFK, or Loki and Grafana, Loki popular logging solutions for Kubernetes. Networking. Flannel, Calico, Weave, Cilium, various networking solutions for Kubernetes that offer networking between pods and external network communication. CoreDNS, a DNS server used for service discovery within Kubernetes clusters. Service Mesh. Istio, an open-source service mesh that provides traffic management, policy enforcement, and telemetry collection. Linkerd, a lightweight service mesh for Kubernetes and other frameworks. Consul Connect, a service mesh by HashiCorp that provides secure service-to-service communication with observability. Advantages of Kubernetes online training. Kubernetes online training offers several advantages. Flexibility. Online training allows participants to access materials from anywhere with an internet connection, providing flexibility for those with busy schedules or geographic constraints. Self-paced learning. Many online Kubernetes courses are designed for self-paced learning, allowing individuals to progress through the material at their own speed, catering to various learning styles and preferences. Cost-effectiveness. Online training often eliminates the need for travel expenses associated with in-person training, making it a more cost-effective option. Additionally, many online courses offer competitive pricing compared to traditional classroom training. Access to expert instructors. Quality online Kubernetes training programs are often led by industry experts who provide valuable insights, tips, and best practices. Participants can interact with these instructors through live sessions, forums, or email. Hands-on labs. Many online Kubernetes courses include hands-on labs or practical exercises, allowing participants to gain real-world experience in deploying, managing, and scaling Kubernetes clusters. Community support. Online training platforms often include access to community forums or discussion groups where participants can ask questions, share experiences, and learn from each other. Certification preparation. For those seeking Kubernetes certification, online training programs often offer comprehensive preparation materials and practice exams to help participants succeed in their certification goals. Updated content. Kubernetes is a rapidly evolving technology, and online training platforms typically update their content regularly to reflect the latest features, best practices, and industry trends. Scalability. Online training can accommodate a large number of participants simultaneously, making it an ideal choice for organizations looking to train multiple employees in Kubernetes simultaneously. Recorded sessions. Many online Kubernetes training programs offer recorded sessions, allowing participants to revisit lessons or catch up on missed content at their convenience. Career opportunities in Kubernetes. Kubernetes has grown immensely in popularity, becoming the de facto standard for container orchestration. With its widespread adoption, there are various career opportunities available for professionals skilled in Kubernetes. Here are some potential career paths. Kubernetes Administrator, responsible for deploying, maintaining, and troubleshooting Kubernetes clusters. This role involves tasks such as installation, configuration, monitoring, scaling, and security management of Kubernetes environments. DevOps Engineer. DevOps engineers utilize Kubernetes to streamline the development, deployment, and operation of applications. They are involved in integrating Kubernetes into the CI/CD pipeline, automating infrastructure provisioning, and ensuring smooth deployment workflows. Site Reliability Engineer, SREs focus on ensuring the reliability, availability, and performance of applications and infrastructure. Kubernetes plays a crucial role in managing distributed systems, and SREs leverage it for tasks like autoscaling, load balancing, and fault tolerance. Cloud Engineer. Cloud engineers leverage Kubernetes for managing containerized workloads in cloud environments. They work with cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform to deploy Kubernetes clusters and optimize infrastructure for scalability and performance. Containerization Specialist. Experts in containerization technologies like Docker and Kubernetes, containerization specialists help organizations migrate traditional applications to containerized environments. They design container architectures, manage container registries, and optimize container performance. Software Developer. Developers proficient in Kubernetes can build and maintain cloud-native applications designed to run on Kubernetes clusters. They utilize Kubernetes APIs to integrate applications with the orchestration platform, implement microservices architectures, and develop scalable, resilient applications. Why choose ProExcellency for Kubernetes online training? Choosing ProExcellency for Kubernetes online training might be a good option for several reasons. Expertise. ProExcellency may boast experienced instructors who are well-versed in Kubernetes. Their expertise can ensure that you receive high-quality training tailored to your needs. Comprehensive curriculum. They might offer a comprehensive curriculum covering all aspects of Kubernetes, from basic concepts to advanced topics, ensuring you gain a thorough understanding of the subject matter. Hands-on experience. ProExcellency might provide hands-on experience through labs, projects, or real-world scenarios, allowing you to apply your knowledge effectively. Flexibility. Online training with ProExcellency may offer flexibility in terms of timing and location, allowing you to learn at your own pace and convenience. Support. They might offer excellent support throughout your learning journey, with access to instructors, forums, or community groups where you can seek help and clarification. Certification preparation. If you're aiming for Kubernetes certification, ProExcellency might offer training programs designed to prepare you thoroughly for certification exams. Reputation. Positive reviews or recommendations from past students could indicate Pro Excellency's reputation for delivering quality Kubernetes training. Thank you.